Aries, welcome to 5th House Divination. My name is Kirsty, and today I have a love message for you. It's timeless, so whenever it reaches you, if it resonates, it's your message at that time. So you guys, the message today seems to be about a connection that one party is trying to get moving. And the other party is sort of healing and sort of trying to understand some kind of anxiety from the past. So the card, the theme says time for a love fest. And it says, actually, everyone is reasonable. They just have their own reasons, and usually it's worth trying to learn what they are to maximise the chances of a full-blown 60s style psychedelic love fest, which is always a good thing. Groovy yours, the universe. And underneath the underlying energy that we've got here is the chariot, and the chariot talks about moving, kind of bringing two things into alignment so that you can move sort of forward progress. So and looking at the cards, I'm seeing this as sort of two different people. We've got one here, which is the Princess of Cups. I don't know which one you are, guys. Obviously you'll need to just take it however it resonates for you, but I think there's two people. One is this Princess of Cups. This talks about wanting to engage with a sort of an opportunity that you think might have kind of legs going forward. It might offer the opportunity for fulfillment. And it did. I always see with this, she always looks like she's saying, "Oh my!" She's looking at something, going, "Oh, how nice." And I think so. It's this Princess of Cups. So I think there is one person who is very kind of, interested in pursuing a romantic connection. But the other person is here in the Four of Swords. And this energy talks about kind of withdrawing to kind of meditate and recuperate from some kind of past pain or disappointment. At the Four of Swords, we're seeking clarity and understanding of a past pain or disappointment so that we can kind of move on from it. And so, yeah, the Princess of Cups, she's coming in with the Ace of Wands, and this talks about a new attraction. A new attraction, a new spark, something that really kind of piques your interest and floats your boat. So with the Ace of Wands and the Princess of Cups, this is certainly the instigator. This is the person who is attracted to and who wants to move this relationship, this connection on. So it's not just a kind of a physical flirtation. Somebody is kind of catching feelings, as it were, for this other person. But as I say, this other person is going through some sort of healing process, maybe doing some kind of retreat or withdrawal as a way to recover. And with the Eight of Wands there, the Eight of Wands talks about a lot of energy and effort going into this energy. It could also, for some of you, this could also be sometimes the Eight of Wands can talk about a lot of messages, maybe. So there may be some kind of communication about this this process that this person is going through. And it seems to be, the thing is talking about understanding why. They've got their own reasons, understanding what they are. And I think what it is that they're healing from. So the reason that they're not sort of kind of participating in moving this connection forward is because they are healing from, like I say, pain or disappointment, loss, bereavement in the past. But I think looking at what we've got in the past here, we've got the Nine of Swords, which talks about anxieties, nightmares, With this one, I also get a feeling of regret. She's kind of got a head in her hand. So this, to me, today came through as a regret. And underneath this, we've got the Six of Wands. And the Six of Wands talks about victory. It talks about recognition. It talks about being a leader, possibly, but something that was successful with. So I feel that this person won something or was victorious in something, and that then led to regret or anxiety, and it kind of it sort of bears out in what we've got here in the kind of the future card. So there was something that they did in the past, something that they did very well, that they were very successful with, that caused them anxiety. And I feel, looking at what's in the sort of the other cards that are in the future, I think this victory that they had, the reason it caused them some sort of anxiety is because I think it may have inflicted pain or suffering on another person, on somebody else. So I think this that we've got here is maybe I think that the healing from the kind of the suffering and possibly the guilt and the anxiety about previous actions. And moving forward into the future, we've got this Hanged Man. And we've got the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is the, actually it's the victory at a cost energy. And as I say, so this is why I'm sort of seeing this. I think there is, this is, I don't know, it's quite difficult energy to explain. This could be like sort of survivor's guilt, or there is a feeling, a sense of guilt because she won, the sense of guilt because the person came out on top. And the universe is sort of saying, you know, it's time to get a different perspective on this. This victory, you know, this victory at a cost, this sacrifice, you know, that you had to make to get to where you were. You need to change your perspective on it. The Hanged Man, the Hanged Man is, it's almost like it's like a kind of a major arcana version of this Four of Swords. The Hanged Man sort of retreats from the world. He goes and he hangs himself by the foot so that he can see life from a different perspective. He can see things from a different angle. The Hanged Man, obviously, you know, it looks like a very static energy. It looks like he's not doing anything. Everything's in stasis. Nothing's moving forward. While there is this attempt to see something in a different light, and I think that is what this you know, the person that is in recovery, in meditation from their past actions, their past victories, whatever guilt or anxiety they've got about this situation from the past, they are going to be moving into an energy of understanding it from a different perspective. So the Five of Swords, it's a victory, but there is normally, I mean, he's got all five swords and the other sort of people behind them. You know, this is kind of winning but hurting people along the way. So, yeah. So I guess that the reading is, the message that's coming through is, I think it's you know, it's talking about the need to understand other people's perspectives, and why people are doing what they're doing. It could be that if you're trying to move something forward and it just looks like the other person isn't participating, then there is a reason, You know, there is a reason behind that, and they're not being unreasonable. They're kind of going through their own stuff. The underlying energy actually on the oracle card for this is always follow your heart unless it's been broken. Then you must lead it back into love, the universe. Did you know that hearts are never too big to mend, too small to rebound, or too tired to love again? Yeah, so I think this connection, and I think it is somebody that you know, you possibly have had some kind of romantic involvement with, you know, maybe a date or something, but this is a situation that one of you is trying to push forward and the other person is kind of dealing with some kind of recovery about their actions in the past that has caused them some sort of anxiety, you know, kind of some kind of nightmare, some kind of regret. So there is a need for them to, you know, at some point in the future, they are going to be sort of switching and changing their perspective, and hopefully kind of coming out of this blame, because I think it seems very much that they feel guilt and they're blaming themselves for something. But looking at the future, there is this sort of Hanged Man and this Five of Swords. So I think this situation, it isn't moving forward because this other person is really kind of dealing with stuff. But there will be, hopefully, you know, through this Hanged Man and Five of Swords in the future, there will be some sort of change in perspective coming through. I can't see past that in the cards. They're not giving me anything past that in the cards. So I guess for the time being, it's just the message that's coming through is it's just talking about trying to understand people's motives. There doesn't appear from this reading, there doesn't appear to be anything else at the moment that you can do for this connection, for this relationship. I guess it's just a case of trying to understand and let them do what they need to do. Right, guys, I'm going to leave that there for you. If this is for you, good luck. I hope you got something from it. If it was useful for you, please do click like. It lets me know that the content that I'm posting is sort of relevant and in the right kind of format. I do post other styles of readings, other information for monthlies and timed readings. So if you'd like to be notified of those, if you click on the subscribe button, then obviously you'll hear when they get uploaded. Good luck with this, guys. Thank you for watching. I look forward to connecting with you again soon. Cheers. Bye-bye.